Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are diving deep into the story of the 1-cent coin from the year 2011. This tiny coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but once you discover its background, history, and value in circulation, you will realize why collectors and coin lovers always keep their eyes open for these pennies. Let us begin with the design and history of the 2011 1-cent coin. In 2011, the United States Mint was still producing the Lincoln cent, which had been in use for more than 100 years. The obverse side of the coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner all the way back in 1909. This portrait has stood the test of time and remains one of the most recognized images on American coins. The reverse side shows the Union Shield design. This shield was introduced in 2010, replacing the Lincoln bicentennial reverse designs. The shield represents the strength and unity of the United States with its 13 vertical stripes and a single horizontal bar across the top. At the center of the shield is a bold banner carrying the inscription 1 cent. This design was created by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Menig, giving the coin a strong patriotic look. Now let us talk about its composition. The 2011 penny is made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. Since 1982, the United States Mint stopped making pennies out of mostly copper due to rising costs and shifted to this zinc-based formula, which is much cheaper. So while the outside of your 2011 penny may look like classic copper, underneath it is mostly zinc. In terms of minting, millions upon millions of these coins were struck in 2011 at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Because of this huge production, most 2011 pennies you come across will only be worth face value, which is 1 cent. However, that does not mean every single 2011 penny is ordinary. Collectors are always searching for coins that are in pristine uncirculated condition or ones that show striking errors. For example, if a 2011 penny has an off-center strike, doubling in the lettering, or other unusual features, it can sell for far more than just a cent. Some error coins have sold for tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. When it comes to value in circulation, the 2011 1-cent coin holds more significance than you might think. Billions of pennies circulate through the American economy every year, and even though each one has a tiny value, together they represent a massive amount of money. Pennies from 2011 are still widely used today, meaning the total worth of all these coins in circulation runs into hundreds of millions of dollars. It is fascinating to think that such a small coin plays such a big role in daily transactions, collections, and the story of American currency. So what should you do if you have a 2011 penny in your pocket? First, check its condition. If it is extremely clean and has never been used, it might be worth setting aside, especially if it has a high mint state grade. Second, take a close look for any errors. A double die or misstrike can turn a penny into a collectible piece worth far more than face value. Even though most will remain ordinary, you never know when you might stumble across a rare variety. To wrap it all up, the 2011 1-cent coin is part of a long tradition of the Lincoln cent. It carries history through its design of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Union Shield on the back. It carries value not only in face amount but in collectible interest, especially when errors are involved. And finally, it carries huge worth in circulation when you add up the billions of pennies produced and exchanged in everyday life. That was everything you need to know about the 2011 penny. Keep your eyes open, because that little coin in your pocket might just be more valuable than you think. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with other collectors and history lovers.